welcome to fall and what is a significant day in Microsoft and Xbox history. We have a new console around us and I am a consumer getting it on day one. Not doing a tech review previous to people picking theirs up, but I'm doing mine today. So let's get into this Xbox Series X. Ooh, and first off, this sucker is heavy. So let's get ready to do an unboxing and a setup and a consumer's guided review of how I feel about the new Series X. Alright, so again, like I said, I'm a consumer and I just got this and we're gonna get ready to unbox it. Now, I will tell you, I really like this box compared to the other Xbox boxes that I've received between the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, and even all the way down to the original Xbox and Xbox 360. But this one is nice. This one is boasting the whole 12 teraflops and the most fastest and powerful Xbox ever. So we're gonna get ready to see story while we unbox this thing here. It is a sad day and time. I mean, it's a happy time because we got a new console, but at the same time, you know, with the pandemic in 2020 happening right now, it's one of those things where the excitement is pulled from it, I should say. So we're so used to console launches and midnight launches and, you know, the crowds of people and gathering, and it seemed really great. But I was really wondering what this day and age would look like. So they had curbside early pickup. And when I mean early pickup, I'm talking Best Buy was open at 6 a.m. for curbside pickup. And it was a handful of folks out there. Regardless of how many people purchased this system, the pre-orders were jacked up. I mean, you could not get one anywhere. And for me, I had to personally just keep reloading the Best Buy website. I think I reloaded it from like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. before I was able to get one. So I got one on pre-order and we were great. So it's just sad. It was like one or two cars out there. I'm so used to just being the noise, the laughter, the enjoyment of everyone who does gaming. But neither here nor there, we're here to talk about this system. I finally got it, all the tape off of it. So let us unbox it. All right. So I will say this box is heavy. It is heavy. Cool packaging though. I do like it. We'll go ahead and get the main portion out first here. Let's see. Oh. Man, this is a brick in itself. We'll go ahead and get this over. So we'll save this for a second. Get started guide. I was one of those guys who were a little jealous because I had the iPhone and we couldn't do the whole remote play like talk about it with Android. But that has changed with the app. So there is an easy function now to set your Xbox up and off the app. So we'll get that started as well. Okay, so all the cables are back here. You got your standard power cable. And this is supposed to be an HDMI 2.1 cord. I was focusing on if I was going to get one prior to the system coming out, but I want to test out what they give you on this before I receive another one. Now it doesn't say 2.1 on it anywhere. Make sure. Yeah, it doesn't. It just says ultra high speed. And I think that is it. Your manual. I believe that is it. Cool box though. Day one. That is one thing I can say that I miss. So on the Xbox 360, Xbox One, there was a day one edition that you could order, and they, you know, roughly started selling a little bit higher on eBay and Amazon because they were day one editions. And you don't have that with this. So, all right, so, wow. New for 2020 on the Xbox Series X and S, you have a new controller. So for all of our Xbox fans who are familiar with this controller, it is the same, except for there is a share button in the middle, and the weight and feel of the controller seems a slight bit smaller, and it has some really cool grips at the bottom of it, which is really nice. The stick and this D-pad feels really, really good. The Xbox button is not the standard gray. It is more, you know, black and blended in with the controller. So I'll let y'all get in on that. Yeah. So, the moment at hand. Power your dreams. Let's see what this thing looks like. Matter of fact, I don't think I'm gonna do it like that. I don't think I'm gonna slide it off. Yeah. Oh. Got a little insert tab. So let's turn it this way. Man, this is actually a cool looking tower. Like, pictures do it no justice, guys. No justice at all. Man. Like, I'm so used to the silver Xbox button on front of most of these consoles. This one is black, embedded right into the system. This, not gonna lie, it's got a little weight on it. And it is to be played this way. But unfortunately, I don't think I wanted it sitting on top of my entertainment set. So out of the millions of folks that may get the Xbox One Series X, I will probably be laying it down for the view that most people don't like, but I think it just fits comfortably where it is in my entertainment system. So, show you the back. So, just like your standard Xbox, you have a USB port in front, your signal for your controller, the eject disc for the Series X that actually does come with the disk drive. And you have your standard HDMI 2.0 cable connection. This unfortunately makes me upset, but I think it is a good alternative to be able to have expansion storage that'll work just as fast as what you created for inside of this machine. But this is your expansion slot for storage. You have an Ethernet port, and you have two USB 2.0 slots. And then of course your power supply area. Again, this is the Series X. It is the one that comes with a disk drive. So you have the Blu-ray player, and for those folks who are like me and want to get certain copies of physical disc to hold, you like the box art and things of that nature, this is the one to get. The Xbox Series S that is out is a fairly good price to upgrade for next gen if you don't have the funds for this one or don't necessarily too much care for having a disk drive. You can go with that one. Will you get the same HDR range and things of that nature? That is a test of time. I've seen people who are tech reviewers who, you know, they've done this thing and they have their own opinions about it. But I'm getting ready to get this set up, see what this looks like, and see if I can get my TV running on the best settings that I can possible for this. Let us go upstairs. So I had a mess of a time setting the Xbox Series X up because of the new HDMI cable. When I went from my One to my One S, I used the same cable, so I didn't have to go behind the wall, but had to go behind the wall because this was me and my son's first time putting a TV up on the wall with the wires behind the wall. We did the one downstairs and just found a cover, but So this is the first one, and I had to do all that, and it was a struggle trying to get in. So back to what I was saying earlier before we get started into this. Here is your Xbox Series X controller. Here is the Xbox One S controller. And if you hold it under them, the controller should not fit under it. So that gives you a real good depth to size of pretty much how small they made this unit. But it feels comfortable in the hand. The grips are great. So let's get into this. I'm going to try to start this up. Straight. All right, you can stop it. First power on. Oh my God, guys. Like, you hear videos about how quiet it is, but it is not making a sound. If you do hear anything in the background that sounds like wind is blowing, that is my external hard drive from my other game system. Whoa. Alright. App to start up your system. It'll tell you if you have a new console and how you want to get started. So that is what I'm going to try this feature with this time going around, once it gets all the way loaded up. And there you go. It says it. Set up with the app. So that's what I'm going to do. So after it does updating for your system and your controller, it gives you the best TV settings. And I'm probably going to mess with all this in a few anyway. And the first shot of the Xbox Live Series X menu. I love it because it makes you feel familiar, just like the old consoles. The dash is the same. It's a little bit more snappier, I'll tell you that. If you've ever went and tried out or even bought the iPhone 12, even if you had like a 10 or 11 and you got the 12, you can instantly feel the difference, and this feels a lot more responsive. A lot of these games are on my external drive, and unfortunately with this 1 terabyte situation and having the expansion, I didn't buy the expansion pack. I'm gonna have to pick and choose the games that I want to go onto this hard drive so that I can get the best value for my money in optimization with the games that I previously had. So there you go. There is the unboxing, the unveil, the setup. I'm going to get into a couple of games, and I'll probably get back to you on like my final results of load times, quick resume, and all those different features that the Xbox One Series X is known for. Thank y'all for visiting the channel, and I will catch y'all later.